We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing.
Welcome to Gabbing
Gabbing
with Greicy
and Heather.
A quick administrative note. We were having a lot of issues when we were recording this. We kind of joke around that it was, we were cursed. We had to record it over 3 different days. We completely lost one of the recordings. You're going to hear that there's like a lot of sound issues going on. So I just wanted to let you guys know that we tried to fix the sound the best that we could, but there is quite a bit of sound in the background and trouble hearing Greicy during parts and things like that. So our apologies. It is what it is. We legit have a curse on this TV show.
We do.
We are talking about Man on the Inside Season 1. This is our second night of trying to talk about it because everything goes wrong. So you might see some different transitions that are a little bit weird here because I'm going to try to merge both of them together. But yeah, so Man on the Inside, Netflix, Season 1. And tonight I am drinking coffee, but then also I have Cutwater Peppermint White Russian. With the weather being cold, I thought this might be a good one. But what are you drinking tonight?
I am having rosé, Wolfer Estate.
So Man on the Inside, by the time this gets dropped, the second season will be out. But we're recording this back in...
We don't know what we're doing.
Whatever what this is. It's November. Yes, we're in November.
We have been trying for so many months.
Yeah, when did we originally have this scheduled? I feel like it was before.
June.
Yeah.
Because I have it right here.
Okay, so we were originally going to talk about this in June, and it is now November. And we'll see if we're successful, because we tried to talk about it in October and failed miserably.
It didn't work. It did not work. And it's such a sweet show to talk about. It should be a quick talk.
Yeah. So I'm going to insert here who was in it and everything. So we're going back to October. So hello, past listeners. I know I said I was inserting the October recording here, but we actually completely lost the October recording. So now it's December, and we are re-recording that part. We're embracing the chaos.
Oh my gosh.
So we are talking about The Man on the Inside from Netflix, Season 1. Charles, a retired man, gets a new lease on life when he answers an ad from a private investigator and becomes a mole in a secret investigation in a nursing home. And Greicy, do you want to say all the millions of people that are in this show?
My gosh. Okay, so starring in A Man on the Inside is Ted Danson as Charles, Mary Elizabeth Ellis as his daughter Emily, Lila Rich Creek as Estrada as Julie, Stephanie Beatriz as Didi Santos Cordero, and Stephen McKinley Henderson as Calbert, Sally Struthers as Virginia, Eugene Cordero as Joel, Julie's husband.
Good
and
boy.
we might as well talk about the sons. We have Lincoln Lambert as Nico, Wyatt Yang as Wyatt, Miles Fowler as Jalen, and moving on, Clyde Kuzatsu as Grant. There were a few other individuals, if I'm not mistaken, who rounded out this lovely cast. Oh, one of our favorites, what's her name? Margaret Avery as Flo. Just love her. And I think that's it.
Okay.
If there's anyone else that we forgot, sorry.
Well, and I think we should probably talk... Wait, did you say Mark Evan Jackson?
No.
All right. He's not in it too much. That's the guy, Sean from The Good Place, and Kevin from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, yes.
He plays What's-Her-Face's father. Yeah.
We like
and
him.
then I think you got... Did you say Lori Tanchin?
No.
Okay. I know her from... She's Awkwafina's grandma in Nora from Queens.
Oh, she's fantastic. Why am I not seeing her here?
Probably because she's not in it.
There we go, as Susan.
Yeah. And then the showrunner is Michael Storr. So I feel like we should shout him out.
He's the man behind a lot of great things.
Yup. The Good Place, Parks and Rec, Primo. He worked on Hacks, Rutherford Falls, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Q-Force, Master Nun, Sunnyside, The Office, Black Mirror.
Very eclectic.
I really enjoyed Season 1. I'm looking forward to watching Season 2.
Likewise. It was very sweet.
Yeah.
Cute.
So Charles, basically him and his daughter. What's Emily?
I said Julie's husband, but it's Emily's husband. Eugene Cordero plays Emily's husband. I'm mixing up the
in your defense, she's Emily, but then she plays Julie undercover.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
But yeah, Pillboy. What's his name?
Oh boy.
Oh, Eugene. Eugene, yes. AKA Pillboy. We're very distracted. We want to talk about his wife and her father.
Yes.
Charles and Emily. Very cute relationship.
Very cute.
Yeah, very much the mother was the glue that held them together. And so I thought that was
distinct individuals, you know?
Yeah. But like I like that they like had that as like a theme in the show, is that like part of the grief process is like restructuring like your relationships with other people, because especially if you have like a group like that, whether it's like a family dynamic or like a friend dynamic, if you remove somebody that was so fundamental to that dynamic, you have to like completely change the structure. So they had to learn how to communicate again, and he was not being very
forthcoming,
yeah, with his communication.
He wanted to continue things like the way they were by sending pieces of articles from the newspaper that he thought she might be interested in.
And that's really cute. But
I think it's cute too. But I think because that's her relationship with her dad, she's like, oh.
Yeah. Like,
however, she kept all of those articles.
She did. That was so funny when her kid like dumps them all over. That was very sweet. It's like good intentions, and like it's very sweet, but like he didn't seem to follow up with it. He would just mail her the articles and then they would never speak about it.
Yeah.
Could have been like, here, let's discuss this over coffee or something like that.
Yeah.
Or like, what did you think of this article? Or
coffee via phone, because she is in.
It sounded like she was like a couple hours away.
I want to say Santa Barbara, but I think that's closer to LA, not San Francisco.
There is that like really nice moment that we'll get to where like he is like, no, you shouldn't drive back in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're close enough that you could take a train, but
right.
It's like still a hike. So, but I did really like that she took something from their past to try to push him to like move out of his like what she was seeing as like a grief funk by like doing the Charles challenge.
Oh yes.
So I thought that was smart. But then he like took it to a whole other level.
Well, that's typical because it's the Charles challenge, right?
Yeah.
Like he can't help himself.
Yeah.
That he had a Charles challenge for her growing up. I don't know if that's what he's been calling it or something that she's calling it because it's only something that her dad did.
Oh yeah, could be either way. But yeah, it's very engineer of him or architect of him because he's an architect.
Kudos to him that he was doing Charles challenges with her.
And that was his way of like getting closer to her as growing up. So
spending time and stuff.
That was nice that she used the Charles challenge back at him.
Yeah. Car ride.
The car ride. Yeah. So that's what I was alluding to earlier. Like she forces him to communicate, like rather than taking the train back. She's like, no, I'm going to drive you and we're going to talk. And that was really funny because he's like, I forget exactly what they said. I think they said that they were going to try to communicate better. And he was like, okay, that sounds good. We're done. And he's like trying to listen to his podcast. And she's like, no, like this is like just the beginning. Like we still need to talk about that.
It's going to continue.
Yeah.
It's not that we're going to do it. It's that we are doing it.
Yes, we're doing it. We're doing it right now. Do not put NPR on. He was like trying to put on like All Things Considered or something.
I have to say that there are a lot of scenes that stay stuck in my head, kind of like a la Supernatural. Mm-hmm. And that car scene is one of them.
Yeah, it was a really good scene.
Yeah. And you know what? Kudos to the kids, because obviously he was willing to talk to the kids, while also he was crying his butt off because a friend died. But if it wasn't for them...
Yeah. Teenage boys coming to the rescue.
Because I think they said like... She wouldn't have known anything, and then she wouldn't have felt like, okay, I really need to do something about my relationship with my father.
Yeah, they were like a good catalyst.
They were.
But they were just like, yeah, like we just kept asking until he finally broke down and told us.
And I have to say, like, for teenage boys to keep doing that, to keep at it, because they care.
Mm-hmm.
They're just doing it in a teenagey boy way, and that's it.
Yeah, they're down with Grandpa.
They are.
I know we're talking about Charles and Emily, but Emily, like, her interactions with her kids, and I'll say with Charles, she is, like, so calm and chill.
I would not be.
Yeah, like, all the situations that happen.
But I will say this. Maybe she's defeated after so many years.
She probably is. 3 teenage boys. Because her husband is the same way.
Yeah.
Which that's a whole other adorable relationship.
Yeah, it is. They understand each other.
Yeah.
Get each other.
They bro it out.
They broke out. Oh my God. So yeah, I think these kids take you to a place where you're just like,
yeah,
you're numb.
And you're not sweating the small stuff because of that. She was able to like just be like calmly, this is what's happening. They had like a really cute relationship. And like she just went with it. Like she could have blew up his whole story. She was like, oh, I'm your niece, Julie. Let me steal some shit for you.
Yeah. She needed to get down to the nitty gritty. And I don't know, I think she, like, you're right. She was, I think, just mindful of there's something going on here and I need to figure it out. And he seems to be in a good place because he was in that home. He was doing well. He was very sociable.
Yeah.
He was the life of the party and all that. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was probably like a couple of things. It was probably like she saw that it was good for him. She's like him in a sense where like she probably was like, oh, I want to know what's going on. Like, so she got into the whole detective thing. Also, she probably saw it as a way for them to get closer, like if she was helping him.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed our talk. Now we're getting back into it.
Okay.
So I think we like left off with we were talking about Dee Dee. I don't think we really got too much in. I love her.
I love Dee Dee too. I think we talked about how her world is her job. She loves it so much. She cares about those individuals.
Mm-hmm. She's the type of person that you hope is actually working at these facilities because she's there for the right reason.
Exactly. And she was given the opportunity to move up.
Yeah. That feels very real. And that, like, she makes a comment about, like, aren't you guys always acquiring someone or being acquired? And I feel like that's, like, very legit in the corporate world.
It is.
Yeah.
It's hard to be in that position. So I'm glad that she's just stuck to where she's.
Yeah.
Because who knows who would have taken her place too.
Exactly. She knows where she's valuable.
Right.
So.
Right. And it does make you hope that there are people working like that in those facilities. So.
And that they have the resources to be able to stay because she, I feel like, was like privileged enough that she could stay. Everyone's so underpaid and under so much stress in those types of positions that I would imagine that really good people leave because of that, because they're not supported the way they should be.
Right. What else about our dear Dee Dee? I was suspicious of her. I wasn't, because it's the people who you least suspect.
Yeah, that's true. It's because you're a clue queen. You're like, it's always the person that you least expect.
Yes, it is. It really is. But I was glad I was wrong.
Yeah, because she's good. So
she really is. I like her. I hope somehow she comes back in the new season.
Yeah, I don't know how I think I don't know if we talked about this when we were recording or if we talked about it outside of it, but it's really going to be interesting to see how they do the second season because I hope that they do tie in the people from the first.
It would be nice to see what everyone's up to.
At least some of them.
Maybe like they can help out with the case in a way. It's kind of like Stranger Things where, we started out with the core group and then they kept adding people as they went along.
Yeah. Like, I think that they'll have, for sure, what is his name? His buddy, Calbert.
Mm-hmm,
Even McKinley Henderson's character. So, like, I would imagine that he might be in season 2.
I like that relationship. I kind of like the relationship that he built with Lewandowski, built with each person there.
Yeah.
Even with Struthers' character, what was her name?
Virginia. Yeah, he wasn't there that long, and he really went in with, like, an open heart and, like, befriended everybody.
He had to, though,
Yeah, but that's hard.
He's what is that the kids say these days? He got Riz.
Yeah, he's got Riz. big time. Because even what's her fun? So bad.
What, Susan, the president?
No. Oh, she was funny.
Hilarious. I was afraid of her.
Did I not write her name down? The one that goes in the memory care?
Oh, Gladys?
See, I gotta have a note. But even with her, like, you would think that he would be standoffish because of what he went through. And he recognized what was going on with her and, like, befriended her. And, like, where everybody else pulled away. It was Gladys. Her name's Gladys. You got it right. Where everybody else was pulling away because they knew she would be going into memory care. And it's, like, very scary dealing with somebody that has dementia. He went towards her. And so I just feel like that really speaks to his character and the way he is with his open heart. Because he could have very easily stepped away like everybody else. Like, he couldn't even deal with going into the memory care area at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
I love that. Because that also brings up how we push aside and try to make invisible those who become vulnerable as they age. Because it's like we don't want to confront what's happening. And not only that, but we don't want to confront that that could happen to us as well and that we could become very vulnerable. I like that they portrayed him in that way, and I like that they brought that up because he was like, why is everybody like ignoring like her? Why are they backing away? And it was explained that when they sense somebody's going to be going to memory care, that's the automatic thing that you do. So almost like a survival technique. Like, you just don't want to deal with it.
It's so wrong.
It is, but it's like, I mean, with anything, like, think about how, like, you're walking down the street and there's, like, people sleeping on the streets and you just act like they're not even there.
Exactly. I was going to use a completely different example, like pigeons. When they see that another pigeon isn't well, they, like, attack the pigeon.
Oh, yeah, chickens do that, too.
Misery. Like, why would you do that?
I think animals in general do that. We at least don't do that.
Oh,
or
God,
hopefully we don't do that. But some people do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's why you see, like, people go after those more vulnerable. Because I'm going to try to keep it light. You were keeping it light with the pigeons. And I'm like, there's murderers out there. They will murder the homeless people.
Girl, I was going to say something else, but I'll just keep my mouth shut.
I should keep my mouth shut, too. I'm going to think positive. We're going to be hopeful.
Oh, with the way this evening has started. Let's see.
Yeah, for those that don't know, because I didn't say anything, my evening started with poop in my hair.
Not hers.
Not my poop.
Okay, not hers.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Horrifying.
My elderly dog poop. Oh, but we were talking about Charles and Calbert, and we got to...
Yes, we did.
They have a cute little bromance thing going on. It's very similar to, like, they broke up at the end, and then they got back together.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
They
because relationships are like that. Have you ever had to have a friend break up? I have. It's almost like breaking up with a romantic partner.
Like, you had the talk and everything?
Yeah.
No, I never have done that. I've distanced myself from one person.
Okay. I've distanced myself too, but I've actually had, like, the talk.
No, I've never had the talk. I've not needed to do that, thank God.
And then I've had to do the blocking.
That sounds pretty dangerous. I mean, that's dangerous, serious.
Just because it's like, no, you don't get to know what my business is now.
Oh.
Anyway.
That they got back together. Because I think Charles, we don't really hear about him. Like, when his wife was around and she got sick, I think the other friends distanced themselves. Was that the case?
I think they did mention that, like, because, like we were saying before, like, people just don't want to be around. Yeah.
I feel like at the restaurant, when he went back to the restaurant, oh, your wife, this and that, like, that's the impression that I got, but maybe something was said beforehand. So it's good for him to have people to interact with, and maybe that's why he was so willing to, like, do this job and talk to people and get to know them, because he didn't have that anymore. And
when he got there, he realized that was lacking. Yeah. And they do talk about that, like, even in the tour, how, like, the biggest threat is loneliness.
Mm-hmm.
And these men, they need better male relationships.
They do.
So that was great to see.
They do. Even though we love our female relationships.
We do.
Like,
nothing better.
Sally Struthers' character, Virginia.
Oh, no.
And
Florence.
Margaret Avery's character, Lauren, float. I was not happy. Not happy, and I may have already said this, that they killed her off. She was so like...
She was lovely.
Yes.
And she just got her massage chair. What the fuck? Can we not have anything good in this life? As soon as you think life is like being good, you get kicked in the mouth by life.
Oh my gosh.
She finally like treats herself.
Let's not ever get massage chairs.
No, never.
Never, ever, ever, ever. But I really enjoyed seeing that relationship, and I kind of want to have a little side, like mini episodes of the stuff that they got into together, you know?
With Virginia and Florence, or with Charles
Virginia
and
and Florence.
Yeah, that could have been a cute little side.
Okay.
They could have opened their own detective agency, those two. I would have watched that.
Idea. I love that idea. I forgot I had it on. I'm like, what's this commotion? I saw that commotion going on back there. I don't even know what episode is it.
We could have. I don't know. This wouldn't have been as good as Virginia and Florence, but they could have Elliot and Virginia come in and be like helping. That would bring in some animosity.
You could say that again. I would think that they'd have to bring back a couple of the characters.
Yeah.
May not be all of them. Like the key ones were Dee Dee, Elliot, Virginia. And that's it, really, when you think about it.
Yeah, because
characters.
I don't see them bringing Gladys in because she couldn't really help with too much.
But he's going to be living there, right?
I don't think he was coming back because he left. Dee Dee kicked him out. She quit. Then he convinced her to come back. Then she told Calbert that he convinced her to come back. And then Calbert goes to visit him when he's speaking. And we had that cameo with Janet from The Good Place.
I forgot about her.
Yeah. So that's kind of isn't that kind of how it ends, where they're having the conversation after his lecture? I want to say, let me look at the end of my... Yeah, because I have it ends with the wedding because, yeah, Calbert comes to visit him as the guest lecturer. He lets Charles know that CJ's staying, that he told his boss that he couldn't move that far away from his father. So they're both going to stay. And then he invites him to Virginia and Elliot's wedding. So it ends with him going to the wedding.
Okay. All right. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Season.
We only got to wait like a week. Not that we have time to watch it in a week.
Tell me about it. I find it to be one of those shows where it's quick. Like, oh, this season is going to be set in a college because I'm looking at the poster. Quote unquote. Oh, the three of them.
Yeah.
Who else we got on our list? This group of gang over here. Did we talk about like the person who's dragged Charles into all of this in the first place?
Oh, Julie. No.
Which I feel like the natural progression would be to talk about Julie because those are the three. Well, not the three main women in his life, but you know what I mean.
But Julie was his fake daughter, and her little sidekick that didn't get a whole lot of like screen time. She was fun.
No. What was her name? Megan?
But yeah, she was fun. So I would love to know Julie's backstory. Like, how did she open her own private investigative agency? And like,
did she give us a bit of history of what she did just before? She did.
I don't remember what it is.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up.
I love that she like hired him anyway, even though he failed every training exercise. That was comical.
Because he knew like technology and that's all she needed.
Yeah, he was able to text. Observation and memory, covert photography, spyglasses. I also thought that they're just like, not animosity, but like her frustration at his little quirks was really funny. Like how he would give the weather every day on the recording and she would be like, every day.
I love
every
that.
day.
She has a lot of patience for him.
She does.
Let me see. There's actually a wiki for Man on the Inside.
Okay. And didn't she say, I think that she went through like dementia with like her grandparent or something? Because she like saw that he was like struggling with the memory care and everything. She is on point. Like, is it saying anything helpful?
It doesn't say. No, it's not. And I'm surprised because I really felt.
But I'm assuming she's in season 2. I mean, it would be really weird if she wasn't.
She told him, she asked him to join her on the case. So definitely.
That's right, at the very end. So, yeah. There were like the little side characters, like Jalen was really cute, and how like what's her face was into him, and he was all like, "Oh, so like, is there a rule against dating your coworkers?" He was like being so obvious about it, but he was really cute. Oh, this is so funny. I was like thinking the other day, I need to make Arnold Palmer's when we talk about a show that has mentioned Arnold Palmer's. And it wasn't like the show that shall not be named. It was like, I was like, there's another show that they had Arnold Palmer's. I got to make sure I make one. It's this show. So I dropped the ball.
Okay,
Because I just saw my notes that,
isn't it this show?
Yeah. Yeah. So like when the welcome party, Florence and Virginia, invite Charles to lunch, they order him Arnold Palmer. They call him the professor.
Yeah. Well, he is a professor, right? And he has the whole look for it.
He
I'm
does.
Here trying to still see if we can find out information about her background. Julie's character is loosely inspired by a real Chilean PI.
That's cool.
The inspiration for A Man on the Inside comes from a Chilean documentary named The Mole Agent, directed by Maite Alberdi. The film follows an 86-year-old Sergio Chami who goes undercover in a retirement home after he answers a call in the newspaper by a private investigator named Romulo Aiken. While most of the film centers on Sergio's experience in the retirement home and the lives of the residents, Romulo appears repeatedly throughout the movie. He is mostly behind the scenes, asking Sergio to deliver reports on him and advising him on how to handle the case. He even presents himself as Sergio's godson and visits him in the retirement home.
Wow, that's cool.
Look at that. Awesome. Okay.
I love that.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
I'm just going through my notes. Charles likes to have a pocket square in when he's undercover. And she's like, you're always undercover. She had to like knock him down a bit.
A bit. She does it all the time.
Yeah. But then he gets her. Like, remember when she like bought him like I think it was like an electric blanket or something? And she's like, did you forget yours? And he's like, no, I just always wanted one.
Oh my God. She spent extra money on him that she didn't need to. Because didn't she get the Rolex? And she said she was going to return it. Did she ever really?
Yeah, something like that. It was, it was like, I don't know how she got it.
Oh, I love it.
But that was her downfall because Dee Dee was like, who works out of college and can afford a Rolex? So Dee Dee was like an astute one. We talked about the boys, like the grandsons last time, right?
Oh, yeah. I like them.
I love them.
They're more intuitive than, the mom.
Yeah.
But I mean, it seems natural, right? Like with your own parent, like certain relationships, you're just aloof, and then someone else comes in that you're just like, hold up a second, how is it that you know more? Oh, I thought the TV went off. Like, how is it that you know more about so-and-so when I've known them longer, or they're my parent, or they're my friend, or whatever,
Well, there is that thing where it's like they say it's easier to say something to a stranger than somebody that you really care about.
Yeah. And they're kids, so he knows that they're not going to ask too much questions, right? Like, oh, you're sad because...
And they're not going to give up. Because they even said, they were like, we just kept asking until he just finally told us.
Well, I mean, I do find that interesting because I don't think I know any teenager that keeps nagging, but it's because they care, Yeah. It was crying.
But I did love them. They were super chaotic, and I'm really into chaos right now because we're embracing it. We're embracing chaos.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I'll stand behind you. I'll let you lead and take care of everything.
For the record, I just want to state that Greicy sent me a video the other day of Fitzy on top of her head, basically acting like a cat. So I think you're embracing the cat.
I forgot I sent that to you.
Where he was even like, why do I act this way? So you're embracing the cat.
What are you doing? What are you doing? I really do think that he thinks he's a cat because it's not the first time he's done that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like planking on the couch. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why?
The chaos is all we have at this point.
The chaos is all, yeah.
So those three boys are like so chaotic in like a very fun way. Not breaking your bones on the same day on the same trampoline chaos, but everything.
I can't imagine having three just like that. Oh my God. I can see why they're like seemingly giving up or have given up because it's exhausting.
Yeah. But it's like, I
Wow.
like that you say seemingly because they're not really giving up. They're just like, they're resigned. It's kind of like when I have to get shit done and Lila is being Lila and is just like nonstop angrily barking at me from the couch because she wants me to come sit down on the couch. And I just block it all out.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I need to like cook this food. I need to do these dishes. I need to do this laundry. Like, I cannot just sit on the couch as much as I would love to sit on the couch. So you just like, it becomes white noise. And I think that's kind of what they're doing with the chaoticness. But they're still like making sure everybody's okay. Like, they took them to the hospital. They are making them put a hose away, even though the right child is not the one putting the hose away. It's getting done.
It's getting done.
Mom did not need to put the hose away. So it's a success.
They're like, I'm already getting like, why do I have to do it?
Yeah.
Excuse me? What do you mean, why do you have to do it?
They're typical boys in that they expend more energy trying to get out of something than it would have taken to do the task. And yeah, I said what I said. It's typical boys. I don't know any girls.
3 boys like that?
Yeah.
I would be resigned also.
That's why she thinks she's a bad mom when she's not. I think that, like, I might be talking on my ass here, too. I feel like women that think they're bad moms automatically are good moms. The actual bad moms don't think that they're bad moms.
That's a good point.
I mean, that's a pretty generalized statement I'm saying. I'm sure there's exceptions.
Right.
But, like, if you're so worried that you're a bad mom, you're not a bad mom. And, like, Charles kind of tells her that. I think we talked about this last time, but, like, he kind of tells her that because she's like, what am I doing here? And he's like, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
The fact that you're questioning means you're fine. Oh, Penny.
That's funny.
Isn't that the one that, or no, is it, I'm trying to think of who Jaden had a thing with.
No, it's not Penny. He made more of an appearance than she did.
It was the spa person.
Tabitha?
Tabitha, is that her name?
I think so.
There were not that many.
Yeah, Tabitha.
Okay. Yeah, Tabitha.
I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Tabitha thought that Jalen was a cutie, and he was like asking about the policy for dating. So maybe we'll see like a little like what happened there in season 2.
Yeah.
Wait, Charles got high?
Yeah.
Why did I?
It was like the first.
Ow, because I wrote down they tell. I guess it was Susan and Florence tell Emily. Susan's such a troublemaker. I love her. That Charles got drunk and high.
He got drunk and high. I want to say that first night or the second night that he was there.
I remember him getting drunk, but where did he get drugs? Do you remember?
I think he got weed from probably, oh my gosh, I was going to say Susan, not the right person, Virginia and Flo.
Oh, they're a little troublemaking.
Because he was hanging out with them.
Mm-hmm. Would we be them if we were in an old folks home?
Drinking, but not doing drugs.
Yeah, not doing. Well, I don't know. If we're old, what do we got to lose?
That is true. I wouldn't mind getting into some kind of trouble.
You'd be bored otherwise.
Yeah, you gotta live your life. Uh-oh, I cracked my knuckle.
That was a knuckle crack. That was so loud.
Exactly.
We didn't talk about Beatrice Van Beck, the activities director.
Oh my God.
She was wild. She didn't get paid. It was volunteer because she's super rich.
She's super rich, but she's like so like, I always say hippie. I feel like I generalize people who are.
I know what you mean, though. I don't know if hippie's the right word, but like.
No, it's not. That's why I say I feel bad.
She was so like excitable about like everything.
The simplest of things.
Like everything was so positive and like amazing. And she was easily distractible because of that. Because if you don't want to talk to her, you could be like, oh, look who's here.
Yeah. And she, like, Doug. Oh.
Yeah. And like Carlos's painting was so good. And it was like, he turns to Calbert and is like, it's the worst one, isn't it? And he's like, yes. And even like Calbert's son is like, I like your shapes. Like he couldn't tell what it was. And was it the dog? I think it was supposed to be a dog.
I think it was supposed to be that dog, yeah. It was windy outside.
But she's interesting. She's part of the Van Beck Museum. So she's got more money than she knows what to do with. And so it's warm-hearted that she like spends her time doing this.
I think so, and she enjoys it.
But she's so extra.
I think we need a little extra.
I like extra, but
like
I might be like, hey B, you're at a 15, bring it down to an 8.
She won't understand that.
She'd probably go up to 28.
She won't understand that.
Because she's given
She will not understand that.
110% no matter what.
Exactly.
And I do appreciate that.
If you tell her to bring it down a notch, she'd just like...
She'd be like, I'm not doing enough.
Yeah.
I want to know more about her now because I'm like, what is her motivation? Like, is her money motivating her to feel guilty and think that she has to do so much to help people? Am I looking too much into this?
Her family has always been philanthropic.
Maybe.
She chose.
We don't know that.
She chose. They may not, but
I mean,
maybe she wanted to do something different.
They're into art and they like have a wing of a museum. So like they are philanthropic to some point. But motivations about that are varying. Like it's not like they're anonymously giving to the museum. They have their name on the museum.
They created the museum.
Yes. And they have a whole wing.
Museum.
So like it's not like it's completely
They have
alternate.
a wing or they have a museum.
Well, I remember him saying, oh, you're like the Van Beck wing of the Van Beck Museum. So I don't know if like someone in her family does art and the wing is focused on their art. And then they also have the greater museum. That was a little bit weird now that I'm thinking about it.
Maybe he was just emphasizing like how much they have by stating double.
I just got so distracted because I forgot about this. In episode 4, Beverly is doing confession in front of everyone.
Oh my gosh.
And I wrote down that the quote that I wrote down is, I've had impure thoughts of Pedro Pascal again.
That's your boo right there. That's your boo.
Where's Erica?
Erica would be like, oh.
That's so funny. And she's like, again.
Her uncle.
Even Beverly.
He's made his rounds.
Yeah. He's universal. Everyone except Erica.
You can't win them all. You just can't.
It's so funny.
Oh my gosh.
But not to distract. I just saw that and lost. I wrote, Dee Dee is a queen. And no.
She's the best.
No, I wrote, Dee Dee is a queen. Salt shakers, Wi-Fi, people dying. Never gets to drink her coffee. Sad face. She's constantly heating up her coffee.
Yeah. Let's face the fact, like in a job like that, you're not still, like, how does she get any paperwork done? You know?
Yeah, she's probably staying up all night doing the paperwork.
It kind of reminds me of our former place of work. I felt like I was never able to get the work done.
The second you sit down, somebody needs something. And
I remember starting there, like, I wasn't supposed to work on Fridays and go in on Saturdays. And then once the after-school program director left, I was like, okay, I can't do this. Like, I have to work. So I just started going on Fridays and no one ever said anything. I needed to catch up on, like, everything. You can't do that. Like, there's no time.
We were not the best with the labor laws.
No.
Going back to Charles and Calvert, I thought it was nice that, like, they went to the baseball game because he knew that Calvert liked that stuff. But then, like, he was like, when he finds out that Charles isn't into baseball, he's like, what are we doing? Like, I can go to a baseball game by myself. Like, I want to see the parts of the city that you like. And I was just like, I love this, like, this relationship so much because, like, that's like a true friend. Like,
that's what's on right now.
Is it? So they go to see the redwoods, and it's like, and they go to dinner, and they put $800 on CJ's card, which
I love that.
That got his ass out there.
Like, what are you doing spending this over $20?
And then he shouted him out, like, oh, I gotta spend $800 on your car service to see you twice in 1 week. I see how it is.
Mm-hmm.
You don't got time for me any other time, but when you see $800 in charges, you got time for me all of a sudden? But yeah, so I really I like that whole part of that, like that storyline. I don't have anything else that I can think of for this show. It was a nice show. I'm looking forward to the second season.
Me too. I am also.
And I do appreciate, especially because I've been like I feel like I've been nonstop complaining about TV. Like, I appreciate that this is like a quick, like, sitcom type of, it's not a sitcom, but like It's like a quick mystery little series. There's not too many episodes. They're not too long.
It's not too dense.
It's not too dense. You could clean your house while watching them. You could check your email while watching.
And as busy adults, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because I have a feeling people are going to be like, what kind of compliment is that? But you get so wrapped up with life that you need something to lighten it up.
Like you could watch this while you have your kid around you.
Like Fitzy will like this, you know? Right.
Yeah. But even if he doesn't like it, like you could have him in the room doing something else and like be watching him and also watching this, which is nice.
Right. Exactly. I don't have to be worried about like anything too offensive coming on.
Yeah. And it's like if he distracts you for a minute, you're like, okay, I can still figure out what's up.
Second screen.
But it's got like deep stuff as well.
It does.
So I don't know if it necessarily fits under that. Because it does. I mean, we're talking grief. We're talking like relationships, loneliness, and
about diseases.
Yeah, diseases, robbery. I wonder what next time is going to be. I can't imagine that it's going to be something like murder.
Well, something out of college, because like I was going to say, I don't know if I finished saying it, but the poster, it has him, you know, under like a light, and it says Wheeler College at the top, like the flag, Wheeler College. So he's going to university. Maybe he's going to the university where he works.
Oh yeah, maybe they'll bring Janet back. A mysterious blackmailer targets Wheeler College president Branginger, who enlists Charles to go undercover as a professor. Who's making this? Does it have something to do with the iconoclastic billionaire Brad Vidic? A Wheeler grad proposed donation to the school? And then it says he gets diverted by a free-spirited music teacher, Mona, who's Mary Steenburgen, whose zest for life awakens feelings he thought he'd buried after the passing of his wife.
They had to introduce a love interest, didn't they? I kind of wish they wouldn't do that.
So they do mention Julie and Emily, which makes sense. Oh, so P.I. Julie embarks on her own journey of growth as she reconnects with an important figure from her past. So we will get a little bit of her past.
Okay. All right. We're getting this.
Okay, so they're bringing in more people. Okay, so we do see there. I'm looking at pictures. Elliot and Victoria are in a picture.
Okay.
I'm just looking. There's new people that they're adding, but I'm just looking to see if I see anybody else from there. They gotta have Calvert. That would be really weird if he wasn't. But like, I just see and there's like maybe 5 pictures they show, and you do see Elliot and Virginia and have some kind of connection with the big donor, it looks like.
Okay. I think Dee Dee's coming back because there's a photo of her with her hair longer.
All right. Well, that's good. So, but do you have any final thoughts?
I do not.
Yeah. It's a good show. If you haven't watched it, go watch it.
Yeah.
And then watch season 2, because by the time you're hearing this, season 2 will be out.
Oh my gosh. It only took us like 10,000 years to record.
Let us know your thoughts. We're on Instagram at Gabbin Podcast, or you can email us. The email is gabbinpodcast@gmail.com. And thanks for listening to Gabbin. Go check us out on Instagram, like and follow us. Check out our other episodes. We are on all the major platforms where you can find your podcast. Feel free to buy us a coffee.
Please do. We need it.
Talk to you next week. Thanks for listening to Gabbin.
Gabbin! We're Gabbin. We're Gabbin. We're Gabbin. We're Gabbin. We're Gabbin. We're Gabbin.